Hello guys, you are welcome to the third part of this series, and I'm trying to take as much as possible, to break it down. So if you have not watched the previous guides, the first and the second, please, the link will be available in the description somewhere up there, and of course in the description down there. Kindly go check them out. If you know a bit about computer programming, coding a bit, then this video guide is not meant for you. You may not waste your time, but what you can do for me is smash the like button and probably comment if you have some suggestions that you can add and what I can do better. Of course, we really want to improve ourselves. I'm trying to improve myself as much as I'm trying to get the knowledge across. So let's get started. Before we go do today's work, we have to review what we have done and the tasks I have given before now. So we've been able to look at websites, how to create coding and what have you, and how to create your folder, how to create your first HTML file, and how to create your first script. Then I gave an assignment for you. If you have watched the previous video, you will be able to do that. Do it. We are all trying to learn, and the task is very straightforward. You have to create using the following tags. Don't go beyond that tags. Just use the following tags as we have it on the screen. Of course, you have to set up a title tag. The head tag will be in the title, and the heading will take H1, and you have to put 2 paragraphs. So you can put anything within that content. If you have gotten it, if you've done that, then you are progressing. I must tell you, congratulations. So today we want to look at these aspects. Okay, we want to look at tags with attributes. We want to look at tags and other tags, other formatting tags that we can use. Like I've always been saying, our guide is here, which is W3 schools, and I would always encourage that you should go through them. If you look at this guide, we are through with some of the basic. Now we look at attributes. We've done headings, paragraph, formatting, comment, and all these styles, colors, and a bit of CSS will take you to the next aspect of this work effort, which is CSS. And of course, CSS will take you a bit of styling, working around before you get to JavaScript. And this is just the basic. If you really want to know the basics, if you want to go advanced, you can take CSS as a complete course, which I would love to still do, where you walk through every aspect of CSS at the advanced level. And of course, if you want to go through JavaScript, also this is an advanced tutorial, but at the basic, HTML can cover a brief of all this, and that is what we are doing for beginners. At least you will be able to understand and appreciate the framework, and you'll be able to take your ideas to a new level. So let me look at my own work assignment, the one I gave you. Let me also look at my own. On my own end here, this is the opening tag of HTML. This is the closing tag of HTML. This is the header, okay, the head. I always say header. The head section, head tag, and this is the close head tag. Like I said, you have to put a title. This is open title. This is a close title. The title content is web code for beginners, and we have the body open and the body close. And within the body, okay, now I have put some things within the title head, and I've also put some things within the body. And if you look at the guide, I really explain where some things should be. The title should be in the head, the heading H1, H2, and what have you will be in the body. And I have done that. And under the body, we have H1, which says hello world, welcome to web code series. And we then have a paragraph. H1 ends here, and we have a paragraph that ends here. Now that paragraph opens here and closes here. The tag open and close. Don't mess with it or mess it up. So we also have another paragraph that opens here and that closes here, and that is the summary of the task. If you have done this and you save, you can come to your website and preview just refresh and you'll be able to see something like this, having these 3 lines of work. And if you have seen that on your website, on your browser, then you are already in the shape of becoming a basic web designer or web developer. Okay, and if you know the difference between web design and web development, or you would like to know, put in the comments. Let me see what you know as difference between web developer and web designer. Who is a web designer? Who is a web developer? Put in the comment. Let's interact. Let me read from you that you are indeed gaining 1 or 2 lessons. Okay, and of course, if you have any suggestions, put in the comments, and please like the video. So let's look at what we are going to do for today. In this video, we want to look at tags that has attributes. Attributes are additional information, and how we can use. There are some tags that have, virtually every tag can have attributes. Virtually every, there is no tag that will not that does not allow or take attributes. Even the HTML tag at the top can also take attributes. Okay, you can put some attributes, some additional information. You can specify the language. You can do a bit of advanced level. But we want to look at some specific tags, probably 2 or thereabouts, that have attributes, and you cannot use them except you use those attributes along with them. So we also want to look at some formatting tags, okay, so that we'll get a brief of tags issue. We'll take tags matter out of today's class. Okay, then we now want to start looking at styles. That will talk about some of these aspects of style, color, CSS, and that means that we have covered the basic aspects of HTML, and it's only required that you start using it. And I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to rush you, so that you get the best out of this effort. So let me share my screen and reduce this camera, okay, because you would like to see what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Okay, let me also pop up my text. Okay, this is my text, and I think I can do away with this to start with what we really want to do. Now, if I should save this and I refresh, you will see there's nothing else except the attribute web code, the title web code for beginners. So we want to take some tags that have attributes, okay, that compulsorily you must have them with attributes. And the first one is anchor tag. Okay, the anchor tag is to link a URL, okay, to a content. Okay, probably you want to link a content. Now you want to link a URL is like link website address. You want to link it with to a content, probably the home, the about us. You want to link pages together. You can use the anchor. You can only use the anchor. There is no other alternative, and it starts with a. Okay, and of course you have to give it a reference point. Where are you linking to? You now say a space a ref is equals to, and you put the 2 quotation mark where you put in your source, your URL. Then let me say this is https mojeedfetuga.com. Okay, and that is a link. That is the first, the opening tag is created, okay, already, and the content that will be within the tag is home. Okay, then of course you can close the anchor tag. You then close the anchor tag. Let me save this and refresh, and you see a link that will take you home. If you should right click this and open in a new tab, it's going to redirect you to mojeedfetuga.com, and of course with your internet access it's going to go and it will actually load that page. Okay, and this is how you see the menu. Okay, let me just create one or 2 more, and let me put break for now. I just want to put break, that is one of the tags you would want to be using. Okay, you want to put break, and let me say anchor a href. There is no https mojeedfetuga.com/blog. Okay, let me make this one open. Blog, this and this first, this is opening tag and as these attributes. Okay, and this one will take us to blog, and you close it. Okay, you can see the anchor tag. Anchor tag is A, and this information you see underneath is there are attributes, additional information for this anchor tag. This anchor tag is then closed here, and this is the content within the tag, and that content shows home. And we have a break. We then break is just a break, as in it's to start with the second line. We also have another anchor tag with the link. The link is stated, and it's going to take us to blog, and we give a type attributes as in the information blog, and we close the anchor tag. So let me save this and refresh the browser. You see home, you see blog, and of course if you click on that link, it's going to take you to the home page of mojeedfetuga.com. So this is how you can start setting up your menu items. You can start linking websites to another page. Probably you have created 4 or 5 pages, and you want to link the first page to the second page or to the third page, and we are going to do that in our work. Probably the next thing I want to do now is I want to create a new page, and I'm going to save that new page within this folder that we are working on. So we are working inside this folder called web code training. Okay, and I want to create another page. Instead of me linking out of these contents, I want to link within the pages, okay, where we have about us, our own page, our services page, and what have you. So the first thing you are going to do is just to simply create a new page. Okay, and let me say this, I just need to click save as. I'm still using that content, but this one will not be I'm saving within inside web code training folder, and of course we have home page before. So now I want to make it blog page, blog.html, and that is the blog page, and I'm saving this, and that is saved. Now you'll see that I'm on the blog page, on the blog contents. Now what I'm trying to show you now is that we have the blog, we have the home. Now why do we have it like this? Because I have created by default, I have created some features already. I just renamed it, I just resaved it to this. And what it brings is that if you have designed your own page, you design the framework of your website, your menu, your top bar, your menu, and what have you, and you then save that to duplicate and create a home page, about us, contact us, and what have you. So you still by default have the same structure. Then you need to just change the content in the bodies, and so you don't need to disturb yourself. The linking will be automatic, and everything will just go. And of course you have to change the linking also, which is what we are going to do now. So I want to link, let me open with Notepad. Now instead of me linking home to this website outside, I want to link home to home.html. Now home.html is already available in my home page, in my folder, in my folder here. So I'm just calling it here by just saving this to home.html, while I'm going to save this as blog.html. Now what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to create, okay, now what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to create okay, the second home now takes us to okay. Okay, I'm trying to create two two files of HTML, one for home, one for blog, and I have named this one home, and I've changed this feature home.html now take us to home, blog.html takes us to blog, and this is our home accounts. And I want to just put this paragraph P to create a paragraph. This is, in fact, let me make it H1. This is our home page, and let me close H1 and save this. Why? Let me close this and come to blog, open blog with Notepad++, and of course I have to change this home to home.html. Why I make this blog also change to blog.html, and I now create H1 like I did, says this is our blog page, and I have to close H1, and that is done. So let me close this and let me just, so the blog says this is our blog page. Let me just show you the preview. The home page says this is our home page. Let me open the home on. Now this is the blog page. You can see it says this is our blog page. If you click on this, it's still going to take you, this is our blog page. Even if you are clicking on the hyperlink, it's going to refer, because we are on the blog page and this is our blog page. But if you take to home, it's going to click, this is our home page. And if you keep clicking that, it's going to still tell you that this is our home page, because that is our home page. Now what we have been able to do is that we have created two pages. We have linked the two pages together by just using the hyperlink anchor link and putting an attribute referring to the folder. Now don't forget, like I've always been saying, put all your files, your documents, your content, your project within a single folder. You will not have any error. But if you have put it in another folder, or you have created this blog page, blog content, this blog file into another folder, you are not going to see it. It's not going to load, because it will load if the folder, if the contents are within a single folder and you are accessing every file within a single folder. You will not have any error. So let us go to our home page, open with Notepad, and we keep working. Now this is our home page, and we are through with using Anchor, and of course we can always do other things with it, but let us go a bit further. And if you come back to our HTML guide, of course we are through with Anchor, and of course we have gone past that. Let's use images. Now for you to use images, you have to create an image. You must have an image, and that image must have been put or placed in that same folder. In fact, it is professionally accepted, approved, that you should create a folder for all your images. Okay, I may not do that now because of time. There's no time, there is no delay. You can always do that. What you want to do is you want to open your folder, and you want to create new, and you want to put on folder, you now say images, and you put, that is your images folder. For your image, you can put any image within the images, so you know that your text are within this end, while your images are collated within this end. For images have attributes and have types, and if you click on any image, you can always see the file type. like this one is PNG. So you need to note that some may be JPEG. Let me come back here. Some may be JPEG. This is a blog. This so images can be maybe JPEG, JPEG. Some may be even, they may be .jpg. Some may be .png. Some may be .gif and what have you, not .gif. So these are 5 formats. So you have to specify the file type before you upload the image and before you can link the image. For you to link the image, you just need to create your first tag, and it's almost like self-closing tag, MIG, which is image. Then you now say SRC, which is source. Now this shows that we are tagging an image, and this now takes us to the source. And of course, like we have it, source is equals to, we have images slash, there's a folder called images, okay, which we've created. Then we now have the image name itself. Let's go back. There is a folder within this web code training. The folder is called images. There is no capital in it, so you have to be sensitive of that. And this is the file itself, Phantom. So let us take images phantom.png, and we do what? We close that. Let us save this and come to our website and refresh. Okay, I did not close this. You can see the images will be displayed. So the image will be displayed. Of course, you can now put attributes. You can, design. You want it at its edge. You want it align right, align left, and what have you. All those ones are CSS matter. When you get there, you would enjoy it. So you can always import your images. And you can also put attributes, other features or attributes within this image. You can say width. You want the width to be probably you want it to be 200, and you want it to have height. You say height is equals to, probably you want height to be like 300. So it's not going to be too. You save it, and you come to your code. You refresh. It's too small. Let me make the width 300 and the height probably 400 or 500. Save this. We are now dealing with a bit of design and what have you. So that is how it looks like. So you can see, you can always have your content like this here, while you have your results here, and you start putting your contents together. Now let us go back to our HTML and see what some other things we really need to take. And of course, you can have alternative attributes to this. So alternative attributes is, in case this image does not load, or probably for SEO ranking, Google will be able to know what the image is all about. And of course, you can always do that. Now we want to look at let me go back to we have used tags with attributes. We want to look at formatting tags. I hope this video is not long. So let's go look at formatting tags. So there are some tags that you can use to make your content very okay. You format your text. So one of it, you can see, you can bold it, you can italics it, you can subscript, you can superscript. Subscript is going to be, so like when we say 2 second, the ND, so we have 2, we then have superscript. We are going to do some of it, and of course these are the tags, where you can, if you want to use superscripts, you can just put SUP, the opening tag and the closing tag. Don't always forget, there is always opening tag and there's always closing tags. So let us pick some of these and let's see how we can do with it. Let me put in HR, mean horizontal line, and you are going to see the effects. You are going to see the output in a minute. Okay, so horizontal line. So I now want to put a script. I want to put a script. The script is on discipline. So let me start with H1, which talks about the title discipline. Okay, of course I have to close H1. Now we want to start writing about discipline. Okay, so I want to start with a paragraph, which means that I'm writing a paragraph. I start with discipline, and I want to bold the word discipline. It's starting the paragraph and I want to bold it, and I'm going to use the first B text here by just clicking here, just say B. Okay, and I'll type discipline, and I have to close the B because I just opened it. You have to close it. So it's going to affect this bold attributes, this bold tag or format element would affect discipline. You can still continue working. Typing is working many hours from home and touching your phone or gaming console only. Console this is O, console only when you are done. Okay, and I have to close. Probably I'll put full stop. Yes, put full stop because the paragraph, I have to close it. Now this is a paragraph. It has the bold elements, bold B. Let us look at the output. So I have to refresh this. Just click refresh, and at the bottom here, you can see H1 discipline, and this discipline is bold. Discipline, okay, is bold. That is how it works. So I can also give that paragraph, I can also give it a style. And when we get to style, we are going to style it. We are going to use some of these because we don't need to retype it. And of course, I'm just bringing it down as we are growing. So let me create another paragraph, and let me look for another attribute. Strong is important text. Strong is just like bold. Okay, and let's see how it's going to look like. Okay, strong. So I'm going to create a tag strong. I close it, strong, and I'll say discipline is having your cheat day snack laying in your cabinet for 6 days. Okay, that is discipline. I made a mistake. I did not close this strong. You must always close, because when you start writing so many charts or code and whatever, you may not be able to go back. So the rule is that as you are starting it, keep making sure that as you are growing, there is no major mistake. So you have to always close that, and have to close this P, close this tag also. And let me come back to this site and refresh. You can see there is no major difference between the first discipline and the first one that is bold. The second one also, there is no major difference. But let's keep growing. So you will now know when you want to use this and when you want to use that. Okay, let's continue. Let's take another element. Italics. Let us pick italics. P, which is the paragraph, and we now pick I, which says discipline is having extra 20k in your account, in your bank account, but having stable grocery expenses for month. Okay, like I've done the other time I'm also doing the same mistake. You have to close every time you open. You have to close. Please don't make the mistake of not closing. And just you have to be like patient. You don't need to rush yourself. Just have to be patient. Okay, and you can see, let's save this, come here and refresh. You will see the third discipline now as italics. Okay, let's look at other one. Likewise, emphasize text, marked small, deleted. Like you can also delete. Let me just pick. In fact, let me use some of these in between. Let me say I want to put emphasis there, emphasize. So cheat day snack. I want to emphasize that. I can edit that and just open it and close it within the text. Let me say I want to mark 6 months. I want to mark stay in your cabinet for 6 months. Stay in your cabinet for 6 months. Let me make this one mark and 6 days. Let me close mark. Okay, and let me add small text, extra 20, extra. Let me make it small, not bank, small. Small accounts, small close. Let me say deleted, stable, grocery. Let me use deleted. That is delete, and you have to close it. Please make sure you always close your. So if you look at all these subscripts, superscripts, insert and whatever, if you come to the screen and you refresh, you are going to see the difference in when you are typing. You can see this is deleted. You can see grocery. This is small. Bank account is small. This is now marked 6 date. This one is also emphasized sheet day. So many things. You can start really editing your text with understanding how HTML can help your content grow. As in your content, you can really just start editing, typing, and be an HTML content editor or content writer, and you write with HTML, and that is a skill set you just know how to write it. Even if you want to write codes, if you want to do some other advanced tags, so I can advise you to go click on quotations, or even click on comments. You will see information, and that will be very codes. We have block codes, abbreviation, address, and there are lots of things you can easily do when you use these block codes. You have to cite the location, and of course I can just simply copy this content and paste it so that you will see the outputs, and just save this and click here, refresh. You're going to see the output. Here is the quotes from WHUk and websites, and if you click on this, you can see these quotes really have the information. You can see it is block quoted and it's straight. So we can also see some other quotes within the quote and quote, this comma, that's colon quotes. You can have it like, if you copy this, you will see build a future where people live in harmony with nature, and end quotes. You are going to see the 2 quotes available. If we should preview the output of that paragraph, let me save this and just come here. You can see these 2 quotes. You can see that is the quotes, open quotes, close quotes. So there are lots of text formatting styles, tools that you can use, And I've always been saying that come to this end, you will see a lot of guides, so you can easily help yourself. So in the next guide, I'm going to take styles and CSS. That is what I want to take next guide in tomorrow's video. I'm going to look at how do you style your content. How do you change the background? How do you change the font? How do you change the family type, alignment, and what have you? And we will then take that to introduce ourselves to CSS, because we really do not want to make this guide boring. So we really want to like move, but we don't want to also overburden you. So you need to really take your time and use the resources effectively. Okay, if you have seen some guides from this discussion, of course this is the page. If you click on blog, you are not going to see any of those contents as we have it. Okay, we can also go to the blog, and we can close this one, and we then open our blog and start writing content on our blog. So that is just start. Immediately you are through with all these and you've designed your framework, your layout, and what have you, you can just lift this content and take it to the server, and it becomes available online 24/7. Okay, if you have found some values from this video, please click the like button, share, comment, share this. And if you are new to this channel, or if you are just watching this guide for the first time, kindly subscribe. I would love that. It's going to help me grow, and I really say thank you and God bless.